Today I want to talk about testing. So I want to line up a load of different chemicals with my pool water and see what happens. I am struggling to balance my pool, and I don't really like these strips. Mostly because when I do the test, I can never get the colour right, or the colour never seems to match up to the bottle. Now, I know my pool is absolutely dirty and I need to fix that as well, because obviously that's going to be messing with the pH. So what I've got here are 5 cups, 2 are control. Well, we've got rainwater I'm going to put in, and I'm going to have plain pool water. We've also got sodium carbonate, sodium bisulfate and bicarbonate of soda, and we're going to find out what happens when I mix pool water with them and see how they show up on the test. This is just so I can prove that the tests are actually useful. So this jug has been left out and it contains rainwater. So we will add that to that one. And because now I've used the jug and it's empty, I'll put some pool water in it, rinse it out, and then get a bit more water. So each one of these, well, 3 of these have got the actual chemicals in them. Now, I should be doing it the other way around. I should be adding the chemical to the water. So that's the 3 chemicals, and this is the control. I have 5 different spoons because I didn't want to cross-contaminate. So I'm just mixing them up. In fact, I don't need to mix up the rainwater and I don't need to mix up the pool water. Now, I've also put far too much of each chemical in, but my hope is that each one is going to have the maximum reading it can have for that particular chemical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them for a little while to fully dissolve. So those have dissolved reasonably nicely. The sodium bisulfate has definitely dissolved completely. Bicarbonate of soda, I don't think it's going to dissolve anymore. And this one has dissolved as well. So with these tests, some of them tell you to stick it in for 2 seconds. That may differ, but I've seen ones that tell you to read it immediately. This one tells you to read it after 15 seconds. So we'll do that. I mean, this one's nice because they come in, I think there's 10 tests per foil. Okay, start with the rainwater. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. So let's have a look at those tests. So rainwater, according to this, is quite acidic, no alkalinity. Bicarbonate of soda, that is top of the pH, and alkalinity, I'm going to go with that's what blue looks like. Sodium bisulfate, that is pH 6.8. So quite acidic and also no alkalinity. Plain pool water, for me, what do we say that is? I mean, that is nowhere near that one. So this is where I struggle, in the middle. And I want to say it's somewhere in the middle, and I just don't know. But alkalinity seems fine. And sodium carbonate, again, that is high alkalinity. I mean, that is definitely high alkalinity and high pH. So, how does this work? Well, rainwater is going to make your pool more acidic and not change the alkalinity. Bicarbonate of soda is going to raise the pH. If you've got low pH and your alkalinity is okay, use bicarbonate of soda. If you've got high pH, then add some sodium bisulfate. Obviously, that's what my water is, and I think, other than a complete lack of shock and chlorine in here, I'm fine with the water. And sodium carbonate is if you want to increase your pH and your alkalinity. I've seen lots of YouTubers talk about different chemicals, adding it to the pool, but I find it very hard to visualize when I can't see it. And I like this experiment because it actually showed me that, one, the test strips worked, but two, what the different chemicals do. I mean, I've got like 4 or 5 different chemicals, and now I have a good idea of what I'm supposed to do with them. I mean, yes, they say on the packet, but I now know what colours to expect off my test strips. So maybe when you get your test strips, just give this experiment a go.